All right, well, hello, my bitches. Clearly, this is not my normal setup. We are not in my kitchen. This is my room. So, welcome to Lexi's bedroom. I don't really know if this is where we're going to stay. I kind of like this couch vibe. I don't know. I've got some other places around the house that I can play around with. But for now, this is where we're going to start. And what are we starting exactly? Well, sit the fuck down and let me tell you. This is my new podcast. Me. The Witch Bitch is Sick. If you don't know me, I'm Lexi Martone. I used to have a reality show on TLC with my family. It was me and my sister had a salon, and my mom and my grandma worked there, and it was about our crazy fucking family and all that crapola. And once we stopped, we really wanted to show you us, the real us, and not reality TV us. Not that we weren't ourselves on the show. It's just we wanted to show you real, raw, natural, not like overly dramatic, just us. And so we started our podcast called This Is It. And I had so many plans and so many ideas for it. And we started and we were in a couple of months and we were having so much fun doing it. And then we had to take a little break because my grandma got sick and she was in the hospital for a little bit with some heart issues and she had to get a couple of stents put in. And so she really wasn't feeling herself and was in the hospital. So obviously we can't film without her. So we put, a little pause, and it was around like Thanksgiving time. So we kind of took a little break for the holiday. So I was planning on, getting things back up and running right after Christmas. And December 23rd, my whole world got turned the fuck upside down. And every plan that I had got thrown out the window and burnt into flames. So, we had to put a bigger pause on that. And that is still on hiatus. How the fuck do you say that word? She don't know. I'm not saying we're not going to pick back up on that. It's just right now, it's a lot. Like a lot. Because in December, I got sick. And wasn't, I got a sniffle. Like, I have a bajillion health issues. I've got, where do I even begin? I've got PCOS. I've got Lyme disease. I have, liver cirrhosis is the big one that, started this whole ruckus in December. I have the MTHFR gene, the motherfucker gene. I have Gilbert syndrome. I've got ADHD. I'm pretty sure I have endometriosis and MCAS. I had these gastric sleeve surgery. I have no gallbladder. I'm pretty sure I have some sort of IBS. I'm just a fucking hot mess. But my liver thing was kind of just laying dormant. It was more of like a fatty liver at the beginning stage of a cirrhosis thing. And I don't know what the fuck happened. Like literally December 22nd, when I tell you I was fine, to the 23rd, I was so not fine. So much so that I told my mom to take me. Yeah, I told my mom to take me. I told my mom to take me to the hospital. And if you know anything about me, I do anything to avoid the hospital, like the goddamn fucking plague. So if I'm telling you to take me to the hospital, there's something very, very wrong. So if you don't know anything about a podcast is a lot of fucking work. It is, number one, you got to coordinate 4 of our schedules. And not only us 4, there's the babies. So it's like, it has to work around all 4 of our schedules, plus when the babies got a nap, or when they got to eat, or when they got to shit, or when they're going to yell, or when they're going to scream, when their happy time and their nap time is, and when Miss Rachel's on. And, it's like, Bria has to get up 57 times to chase one kid. My mom's got to get up and chase another kid. The baby's crying over there. This one's yelling over here. It's like, so even after we all get in the same room, we have a very limited amount of time to film. And then we have to deal with the obstacle of the kids and all that in the midst of it. And so everything's got to get filmed like quick, like up running, like cameras, lighting, microphones, everything's got to be up and running quick. Filming's got to be quick, and it's like done. After the filming, then comes all the behind the scenes stuff that you don't even think about half of the stuff. First of all, you've got to create all of your social media accounts. You have to create a new email address. You have to build up your social media platforms. So now I have to sit and I have to watch over an hour to 2 hours, depending on how many episodes we film that day, of footage, and I have to edit, and I've got to make sure that the audio syncs up with the video. And then if I'm cutting a part of the video out, I got to make sure I cut that part of the audio out. And then afterwards, I have to watch it back and make sure everything is edited perfectly. And then I got to watch it back again. And then I wind up watching it like 5 times, and that's 5 hours just rewatching. And then I have to go back and rewatch, and I have to clip and edit and make social media posts. And so I have to decide what's going to be like a good, pull, or a good clip for Instagram, what's a good clip for TikTok, what video am I going to post on my, Instagram? What's Brie going to post on hers? What is my mom going to post on hers? I have to plan a separate social media post for every social media platform for all 4 of us, plus the podcast one. Which ones are we going to collab on? Which ones are going to be separate? Which ones am I going to double? I have to then put it through different apps to, put Debria and my mom on the top of the screen. Me and Foxy are here. So I have to make sure you see all of our faces. And then also all the audio has to sync up with the face. It's a lot of fucking editing, and it's a lot of fucking work. And I have no help with that. I have zero help, because none of them know what they're doing. Then I have to go through and I have to upload it to all of the podcast platforms. So all of the places that you listen to your podcast, I have to go and upload it into all of those. And then I have to upload it to YouTube for you to see the video. And then I have to post on all the social medias. And then I have to go and podcasts are a lot of fucking work. Okay. So that being said, that was just one of my jobs at the time. I was still doing nails. I'm not. Was still doing nails when we were filming. So I was doing my clients, and I was doing the podcast, and then I was working on my own social media stuff, on my cooking stuff. And then I opened up Blackthorn, which is my little catering kind of business. Excuse me, we had a hiccup. So I was doing the pop-ups with that. So I was doing that solo as well. So I had to, was doing anywhere from 1 to 3 pop-ups a weekend. So I had to do all the menu prep, all the grocery shopping, all the cooking. And then I had to pack the cars, and I had to drive. And I had my friends Liz and Christy, who are fucking amazing. And I could have never done any of it without them, because they helped me set up and break down every pop-up. So, but we'd have to set up, break down in parking lots, find outlets, wires, generators. Like I hooked up generators to my Papa's pickup truck. It was a lot. Insane. And then, one event, it was just back to back to back to back. And that was the same thing with that. Social media planning on top of it, promoting my business, answering, emails, comments, making content for that social media account, designing menus, getting them printed, making sure I had everything stocked. I'd have to go through inventory, make sure my spoons. I was trying to say spoons and forks at the same time. Spoons, forks, knives, napkins, cups, Lexi, words, brain too fast for the mouth. It was all that was all solely on me as well. So I had the podcast, I had nails, I had Blackthorn, I had my 2 social media accounts. I was doing social media help for my friend's pizzerias. I was doing that. Then I started working at Lithology, so I started bartending in between. So I don't know how, but I was doing all of that. And I put myself kind of back into when we were filming for the show, is you don't sleep on shows. At least I didn't sleep, because I did 90% of the work. All those nail shots and shit that you see on the show, I filmed those all. I did not sleep for the whole time we filmed. A good 6 months, I did not sleep. So my body just went right back into we are going to go into full-blown reality TV mode and not sleep forever, basically. Then also on top of that, I was trying to get in my kickboxing classes, also taking care of 4 dogs, making sure things around my house were together, just throwing out garbage, taking in mail, just making the bed in the morning, like just simple everyday tasks were just like I had no time for it because it was just spreading myself way too fucking thin. Way too thin. And it was just it was a lot of work, but I was doing it. And then in December, that, like I said, that just all went up into flames. December 22nd, I was working a double at the bar. I was literally probably on like hour 16 at lithology, and I was totally fine. My eyes were starting to look a little bit yellow, like around November-ish, like very, very slight tinge, but like acupuncture would treat me for it, and it would go away, and we were keeping it under control. And I was going and checking in with my liver doctor prior to that, and he was always like, you're not sick enough to be in this office. Go the fuck home. Like, what are you doing here? Like, you're fine. And that summer, like, I was my skinniest I ever was. My blood levels were all the best they were. Like, everything was like perfect. And he was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't want to see you for the next year. And I was like, all right, great. And then the little tinge of yellow started happening in November. And then December, telling you, December 23rd, I woke up that morning and I could not, there was no energy in me to barely breathe. Like, I couldn't pick my arm up off a pillow. I couldn't pick my head up off the pillow. There was no strength in me whatsoever. My stomach looked like I was 12 months pregnant. My eyes turned bright fucking highlighter yellow. Like, and this was just from a couple of hours of sleep. Like, I honestly couldn't tell you how in the fuck this happened, but it happens like this. Like, one day I was fine, the next day I was not. And I tried to fight through it because I'm like, Christmas is coming. Like, Lexi, like, just fight through it. You'll be fine. Like, just you'll be fine. It's in a couple more days. Like, you'll be okay. The only other time I had bloating like that was one other time, like a year and a half ago. And it was just randomly this bloating. It wasn't the yellow eyes, it was just the bloating. And we went to the ER, and I was there for like 16, 17 hours. And they told me there's nothing wrong with you, go the fuck home. So I just waited like a day or two, and eventually the bloating went down. So I was hoping for the same thing, except this was a totally different monster. Like, when I tell you that I've had pneumonia before, where it literally sucks the life and the energy out of you. This was a bajillion times worse. I called my mom and I'm like, you have to take me to the hospital. Like, we got to go. Something's not right. I have to go to the hospital. So I checked in to Winthrop because that's where I had my sleeve surgery and my gallbladder removed from my surgeon over there. He knows where all my organs are. He knows my medical history. I trust him with my life. And I didn't really know what the fuck this was from. I knew the eye yellowing was liver stuff. I knew liver, the fatty liver or the start of the cirrhosis could cause some sort of bloating like that. But I wasn't, I also had the Gilbert syndrome, and in excessive amounts of stress, you could have a flare up where you turn jaundice and your eyes turn yellow and they can go away the next day. So like, I wasn't really sure what it was. So that's why I just went to Winthrop. I know my surgeon was there. There's the gastro team there that I trust. Like, I trust them. They know my medical history. I wound up getting admitted there for like 12 days. I was there till like New Year's Day, like all through Christmas. I'll go into depth on another episode about that whole hospital stay, but I was drugged up on a lot of Benadryl. I don't remember most of it. It was just terrible, just fucking terrible. So my liver doctor was like, I want you to go. I'm not going to say the names of the hospitals that I'm currently dealing with because, safety reasons. I don't need fucking stalkers. I've already had one of those. But my liver doctor, who kind of acted as my primary care doctor, sent me and says, I want you to go to this hospital, work with this team. I want you to talk to the liver transplant team. I want you to, like, this is who I want to take care of you along with me. So that's what we did. We booked an appointment with them to go check in on them because Winthrop doesn't Winthrop does not specialize in liver. So we needed somewhere that had a liver specialty team. So we made the appointment with them. We were going to go check in on them. And before that could even happen, I wound up in the hospital again. So now I wound up in the new hospital. So we will call them just hospital number 1. Forget Winthrop exists. It's gone. Okay, so hospital number 1. I wound up there. They sent me directly to the ER there and admitted me on the spot because same thing happened. My eyes turned even worse yellow. My stomach got even bigger and just no energy. So back to the hospital, and I wound up staying in hospital number 1 once again for another like 10 to 12 days. Losing my fucking mind. And that'll be another whole episode too. Each of these hospital visits were very in-depth, and there's a lot of details to go through. Right now, I'm just giving you the gist of what the fuck this podcast is about and who the hell I am and how we got here. So that was that. I get let out there, and then I'm good for like a week or 2, and then boom, wind up right back into the hospital again because same shit was happening. It's getting worse. Back in the hospital for another 10 to 12 days. So since that was the end of like February, March I was good. March I was pretty good. I was fine. And I have to get these things called paracentesis, where they literally drain fluid out of your stomach. They just like stick a fucking tube in you and drain out this fluid that looks like beer brewing. I was good all through March. I wasn't bloated. I was fine. I was like, all right, things are getting better. Things were not at the beginning of April. There was a couple of hospital trips in and out. Nothing like a really long stay, like anywhere from like 2 to 4 days. I actually just got out of the hospital last weekend. So I visit the hospital quite frequently, unfortunately. But so since December, I've been living in and out of hospitals and also trying to balance work. So I stopped doing nails because, one, I've hated nails for a while and didn't want to do it anymore. And because of all of my weird diseases, syndromes, whatever the fuck you want to call them, I'm having weird reactions and allergies to everything. And I started to get reactions to the nail products. So I'd have to Benadryl myself to do nails. And I'm like, why the fuck am I drugging myself to do a job that I hate? So I stopped. Like, for my mental and physical health, I needed to stop. So we stopped the nails. Like, I'm wearing press-ons from CVS, and I fucking broke this one at work today at the bar. And it's whatever. It is what it is. And I really don't give a flying fuck. Yeah. So in and out of the hospitals, and now trying to balance work. So I had to stop doing nails because I was getting reactions to the nail products because of all of the things going on in my body. I developed all these weird allergies to everything, like Kleenex and tissues and fucking tampons and just all these things that never bothered me before. All of a sudden, I'm allergic to all of this shit. So nail products being one of them, and I'd have to Benadryl myself, and then Benadryl knocks me out for a good fucking week, like stays in my system. That's one of the things about the MTHFR. It's your body can't detox medications, toxins, alcohols, anything. It holds on to them. And so I'm like, I'm drugging myself to do a job that I hate. So I'm like, I got to be done. So for my mental and my physical health, I had to be done. So I'm like, it's done. It's over. It's no more. I made that decision for myself. I put myself first because everyone's like, no, you can't. No, sorry. I had to stop. That cut out the nail thing, but then I was also still doing all my social media stuff and picking up more shifts bartending, and I kind of backed off on my Blackthorn, the pop-ups. The pop-ups are too much for me. I can't, first of all, I can't physically do all that cooking and all of that, the setups, the breakdowns, the carrying tables, setting up tents in parking lots. lifting I can't physically do it. Like with cirrhosis, you don't know, with any chronic illness, you don't know if you're going to wake up that morning and be able to get out of bed. Like you just have no fucking idea. And there's this thing that we call spoons in like the chronic illness world. So it's about how many spoons you wake up with that day. And, you know, you could wake up with 1, you could wake up with 20, you could wake up with 100, but you don't know how many spoons you're going to wake up with. So it's basically a way to measure how much energy you have is, you know, how many spoons you have to use. It's another hole. You don't know if you're going to have energy to get the fuck out of bed. Like, and it's not that you're being lazy. It's not that you're tired. It is exhaustion. It is fatigue. It is, you can't move. Like you can't bring yourself, no matter how much you want to. Like I said, I don't stop moving. I want to be at work. I want to get moving. I want to do all the things. Your body's fighting against itself. And you want to get up and go, and your body's like, no, fuck you, you're not. And you don't know what each day is going to bring. You just don't. And that's why doing the podcast, it's one of the reasons why doing the podcast is kind of difficult right now. The This Is It podcast. To get all 4 of us together at the same time is one of the biggest struggles because, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to wake up one morning and like be in the ER or just dead in my bed, or, you know, like, or, you know, it's just to get all 4 of us in the room is step 1 is a big problem. And then it's a lot. Right now, it's a lot. I'm not saying we're not going back to it. Okay? Brie every day is like, why are we starting the podcast? Yeah. They don't realize how much work it is on me. And Brie's like, I'll help you. Brie does not know how to edit and do the stuff that I do. She can't do it. Sorry, Brie. And I cannot sit here and teach it. Like, you know, and Foxy barely knows how to find Instagram on her phone. And my mom she just yells at Siri to do things, and Siri is not going to edit a podcast. So, it's a lot of work on me. And this, on the other hand, is very simple because when I'm just up and about and I have a spurt of energy at 3:00 in the morning, I throw the camera on and I just blab. And I don't have to worry about scheduling and who's here and who's not here. And I don't have to worry about, you know, what baby's running over here. And if Bria has to get out for a client, or my mom has an eyelash appointment, or, you know, Foxy's got to go home and cook for Papa, or it's literally, if it's right now, it's fucking, you know, 3:00 in the morning. I was just in bed, and I feel like I'm channeling my inner Leo Skeppy with this next statement. I'm listening to my intuition. So how he's listening to his soul. If you don't watch Leo, like, how could you fucking not? He literally owns the internet right now. Like, he is my favorite human ever. So he talks a lot about on his podcast about listening to his soul. And, you know, I'm very intuitive, and my intuition tells me when I need to do something. And my intuition has been floating this idea around in my head. And when I don't listen to it, it tends to like knock me upside the head until I fucking listen. And I was just lying in bed trying to edit some videos, and my intuition just said, get the fuck up and start doing this. And I had to listen to it. I just had to. So I got the fuck up, I put the camera on, and I just started talking, because this is the path that I'm supposed to be on right now. So I had so many ideas for This Is It. And I still have so many ideas. But right now, with the way my life is, I gotta make adjustments, and I gotta pivot, because chronic illness just it waits for nobody. It doesn't ask permission. It just comes, and you gotta deal with it. And so right now, I need to make a pivot, and just me being able to talk in front of the camera anytime I get energy to do so. It's like you guys see on social media when I'm at my when I'm at my really good points, but you don't see what it's like when I'm at my low points, or like when you don't ever really get to see that. But I'm going to talk about them, and that's going to be a part of this podcast. I'm going to show you the high highs. I'm going to show you the low lows. I'm going to show you everything in between. And it's not always going to be about, just being sick, because nobody wants to talk about that all the fucking time. I know I don't want to talk about it. When people ask me like, oh, how do you feel? I want to be like, I don't know how to answer that question. My response is always, I'm breathing. Like, because I don't know, like right now I might be fine, but in 5 minutes, I don't really know. And it's like, I don't want to be that person where everybody's like, they walk in the room and they're like, oh, there's the sick girl. Like, let's go ask her how she's feeling. Oh, no, don't even ask me how I'm feeling. I know that sounds, I don't know if that's just me. I don't want you to ask me how I'm feeling. I don't want you to ask me about my health. I don't want you to be like, oh, is there anything that you need? I don't want to be treated like I'm fucking sick. Like, I don't want to deal with that when I have to go to the hospital, I go to the hospital and I deal with my shit and whatever, but it's like, I'm not letting that define me. I'm not letting my chronic illnesses define me. I fight against them. I stay positive, and that's how I live my life. And I don't want to continuously be asked and poked and prodded like a fucking zoo animal about like, oh, well, how are you feeling? No, just don't ask me. Just don't ask, okay? If I want to tell you, I'll fucking tell you. I'll talk about it on my podcast. I'll post it. If I want you guys to know something, I make it known, okay? It's on my social media if I want you to know about it. If I don't want you to know about it, then you're not going to fucking know about it. I'm a very, very open book. Yeah, and I have no fucking filter. I overshare a lot. I say whatever the fuck is on my mind. But I always have a wall up. There's a wall. And sometimes I can't even break through my own wall because of all the fucking trauma that I've been through. This wall just keeps getting thicker and thicker and thicker. So there's a wall. And you guys don't know, as much as you know about me, you don't know about me. Even the people I'm closest to in real life, my family, my best friends, there are things they don't know. Some things, like I said, I don't even think I know about myself, where it's my intuition and, my soul are teaching me still. And this is going to be my place to talk about everything. And I was starting my own podcast branch off of This Is It, and it was Lexi Unhinged. So now on top of that podcast, I was doing my own podcast too. So that's another whole set of filming, editing, this, posting, all of that crap. So this is going to be Lexi Unhinged in a different way. The witch bitch is sick. Okay, so that's what we're rolling with. And the title means more than just about my chronic illnesses. And I'm sick of a lot of shit. I'm sick of drama. I'm sick of bullshit. I'm sick of being sick. I'm just sick of everything. Like, I'm just sick of being at a point where, like, I don't feel like I'm leveling up where I'm supposed to, where I'm constantly getting dragged back down. I'm sick of fucking everybody's drama and nonsense. And I'm sick of fake people. And I'm sick of a lot of things. So it's just going to be everything. It's going to be all just whatever happens, whatever I want to talk about, but we'll talk about everything. And we're going to go into detail about stuff about my diseases and my illness and my whole fucking hospital crap and the stuff people don't want to talk about or that they hide or are uncomfortable to talk about. I'm not. What do you want to know? Like, because I never really realized that once I started opening up about my weight loss stuff on social media, that I get messages from people or even, that I meet in real life that are like, you helped me so much. Like, I was going through stuff, such a rough time. I didn't think anybody understood me, or you helped me get through this. And I didn't realize that me just fucking yapping my big fucking mouth on Instagram or TikTok was helping anybody. And so I know what it's like to be in their shoes, and I never really had somebody to, like, I guess, pull me out of it. I had to pull myself out. So if I could help just, one person from doing this, then I'm just going to sit here and blab. Because a lot of people live with chronic illness, and there's a lot of things that they want to say, but they're too afraid to say, or they don't know how to verbalize it, or they feel that they're alone, that no one's going through what they're going through. And that's kind of the truth, because no one really is going through exactly what you're going through. No one has your exact journey. I could resonate more with somebody that has a chronic illness and vice versa, but their illness is different than mine. And I have, X, Y, and Z, and they have, A, B, and C. And it's just, everyone deals with it differently. Everyone is more comfortable with talking about certain things, and some people aren't. And it's just, nobody knows exactly what you're going through except for you. No one is ever going to understand you. But I feel like knowing that somebody, just little, like, relatable things. Like, I went down, like, a whole rabbit hole of all, like, social media content creators who also have chronic illnesses, and, who are around my age, in their 20s and 30s, and, things that they say or do. And I'm like, I'll sit there and I'll laugh or I'll cry, because I relate to it in that way. And I'm like, oh, like, that's not just me. Like, I drop things all the time. Like, I'm always fucking dropping things. And my mom's like, I'm not saying you in the dropping things. And it's like, when I see, like, a meme, like, on one of their pages or a post or something about, like, dropping shit, and I was like, oh, I'm not the only one that does that. Or, like, we forget shit. We get brain fog, and it's like, or, just the dealing with the fucking idiot doctors that you want to punch in the head. It's just, somebody relates to you in a way that it's not a lot of people can relate to you, but there actually are a lot of people that can relate to you. Some people just don't want to talk about it, or you don't know where to find the people that are talking about it. It's just, see, this is me and the blabbing. So, yeah. Anyways, you guys have been asking a lot of questions about what's going on with me and my health and all of that stuff. So I will explain everything here. And if you see me in person, do not fucking ask me, because I'm going to just refer you to the podcast. Because when I'm in person or I'm out and about, and it's like, I don't want to constantly talk about, oh, you're sick. No, we're not sick today. If I'm not laying in my deathbed, I'm not sick. I'm sick, but I'm not. I'm not going to play that, oh, woe is me, lay down and give up. I am going to, sometimes I push myself a little too much. And then when you push yourself a little too much, then you end up in a flare up. And then that's how you wound up back in the ER. But you gotta find that balance. I haven't found the balance yet, because I'm still just, like, the other day I had a blood transfusion, and 2 hours later I was bartending. Probably not my smartest idea, but whatever. So, yeah. All of my plans that I had, we had to switch gears. So we're doing a 180, and this is what we're doing right now. Because this is what makes sense in my life, and this is what works for me, and that's really all I can do right now. Because, like I said, chronic illness does not ask for permission. Comes and bangs your fucking door down and burns your house down, whether you like it or not. Yeah, this is what this podcast is going to be. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly, and everything in between. And I'm sure I'll have, Brie and my mom, grandma, whoever, if they're around, stop in to this. And like I said, it's not the end of This Is It. It's just finding the right balance of everything right now. And right now, I'm in this stage where I'm in, like, a very, very long flare up, and I'm still all bloated. Like, I'm bloated here. Like, my legs are bloated. Like, I have to constantly go for paracentesis. What's the plural of paracentesis? Paracentesi? I'm constantly in and out of the hospital. It's like, I can't keep on a schedule of This Is It right now, because, like I said, it's all four of us, and I might not be around, I might be in the hospital. I might be like, you just never know. At the drop of a dime, things change. It's one day you're fine and the next day you're not. This is just how I live my life, and it fucking sucks ass, but it is what it isn't. And I have to learn to pivot and work with the situation. So this is how we're doing that for now. I didn't even tell my mom and Bria that I was doing this. Like I said, I was just in bed scrolling and, trying to get some stuff edited because I am so fucking behind on editing. I thought I only had like a month or two of videos. Meanwhile, I have videos back from December that I have not edited. So I'm just going through and trying to get all of my content up that I have because I have so much of it, and now I keep filming more, and it's just like it's piling on top of each other. So I'm trying to get all of that edited, and it just clicked in my brain. Like I said, the idea has been lingering. My intuition, planted the seed. The universe told me this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I was sitting on it, and just tonight, it was like, okay, it's time, get the fuck up. So, like I said, we pulled the Leo Skippy. We're listening to our soul. His soul told him to book a flight to Miami, and, he hopped on a private jet and went there. I wish my soul was telling me to do that, and my bank account would allow it, but, my soul only led me from the bed to the couch. So... maybe next episode my soul will take me to Miami. I really need another tattoo. Like, it's fucking terrible. I need my St. Michael tattoo. I want a St. Michael sword, and I gotta get to Boris. And I'm having Miami fucking withdrawals. I haven't been there since for my 30th birthday, and then baseball game was after that. I don't know. I haven't been to Miami in like 2.5 years. I was there like 3 times a year. Like, I was just... Okay, I gotta stop talking about it now because I'm gonna be very upset. Today I had the 90s playlist on at the bar as usual, and Will Smith Miami came on, and I'm just like, somebody take me to Miami. The hair in my face, my fucking eyebrows itching. That's another thing. The itches, like, if you ever see me like itching a bunch of shit, and I am controlling itching all of this because this is driving me fucking nuts. Your liver just sometimes makes your whole body itch for no reason at all. It's just, you just itch like fucking crazy. And usually I have to take Benadryl, but Benadryl knocks me out. And so I've been taking a non-drowsy like Allegra. It's supposed to be for like hives. I don't know. It mildly helps the situation. It doesn't really, there's nothing really you can do about it. You just fucking itch. And it's like, it's not, I don't know. This is the way I feel it. I don't know if anybody else, so, you have liver cirrhosis. It feels like a zap, like a fucking bug zapper, like one of those little fly swatters that like, zzz, like you just be sitting there and then you feel like I'll like jump like this. And then my mom will be like, or anybody that's around me is, we were like, what the fuck was that? And like, I just got like, it's like a zap and then it itches. And it's like, you get another zap and it's like, I was filming a video in the kitchen. And in the middle of it, I just literally had a full blown breakdown. Like, it just started, the zapping started happening everywhere. I was literally just throwing my clothes off, like on the flight. I'll show you the part before the throwing the clothes off. That's for OnlyFans. you can go subscribe there for that content. But yeah, I literally have on film me going through like breakdown. So like I said, you're going to be seeing the good, the bad, the ugly. And I want to know what you guys want to see, questions you have, comments, concerns. I'm going to have all the links down below on social medias, email, where you can ask questions. And I'll read your guys' sure. The English ain't Englishing tonight. The words are not. Like, the math ain't math and the words aren't wording. So, I don't even know what the fuck I was saying. Oh yeah. So if you guys have stories you want to tell, me to share and comment on them, whatever the hell, just I'll leave. I made an email specifically for the podcast, and obviously I made an Instagram, and I might make it. I don't fucking know. It's all going to be linked below. I'm also working on getting all of my recipes up on YouTube. So I have my videos, obviously, I post on social media of like cooking and stuff, but there's a lot of footage that I cut out. So I want to do some longer videos for YouTube and also put the recipes in there for you guys. So I'm working on that. I said takes a lot of time, more editing, all on me. Everyone's like, when are you gonna make a cookbook? Cookbooks are another whole horse of a different color. One day I'd love to. Right now, that is not happening. Also, I don't measure when I cook, so it's very difficult for me to tell you guys my recipes because it's kind of just like I know what to put in them. But I'm trying. I've been trying to write things down, some sort of a measurement. So I'm working on getting recipes and longer videos up on YouTube. What else? I don't know. I've got a lot of things that I'm working on. I'm always working on something, constantly fucking working. So like when I'm out for the count for the day, it just kills me. Like I don't have time for this shit. So I think that's about it for now. So yeah. Welcome to this new shit show. And I don't know, do we like this setup? Do we not like the setup? If you're watching on YouTube, you can see. I have to play around with some of the pillows. I don't know. We might stay in this area. We might go on the couch downstairs. I might do it on my bed. I might do some from the kitchen. I might just do it from my car. I don't know. It might just be from wherever the fuck. For now, we're on this couch, and I'm sitting on my heated blanket because that's another lovely thing that liver cirrhosis, makes you fucking freeze to death. Like I keep my house at like 85 degrees plus with a heated blanket, with 3 sweatshirts on, 5 pairs of sweatpants. The fireplace is on, the oven is on. I'm just constantly fucking freezing. So, yeah. I already have a bunch of plans and things I want to talk about. In upcoming episodes. I've got some interesting hospital stories to tell you guys, especially the last. Oh, I didn't even kind of finish what I was saying before. The quick backtrack. So, in the midst of this, back like in January, was it January and February? I was in January and February for those 2 long hospital stays. Not Winthrop. Winthrop was 1. Hospital stay number 2 and 3, the long ones that I said I was at hospital 1 at, the liver hospital number 1. I decided that I no longer wanted to stay there, and I wanted a second opinion, and I wanted to go somewhere else because I did not like what was going on there. I did not like my doctors. I didn't like the way they were handling my treatments. I didn't like the way they spoke to me. I don't like the way anything was handled. I just didn't like anything about it. And this is my health. It's my life. And I was like, hasta fucking la vista. Peace out, mofos. Goodbye. And I went to a different hospital. So now I am at my liver hospital number 2. So that's where I will be staying. So now when I talk about old hospital versus new hospital, that's what I mean. So there was one liver specialty hospital that I went to, did not like them, so I transferred to another one, which is where I am now, and I love my doctors there. Their hospital is a bit of a shit show, but my doctors are great. So you know what, you can't have everything. So yeah. It's been a bumpy ride, and I don't see the bumps slowing down in the near future just yet. So get ready, get your seatbelts, buckle the fuck up, bitches, because if you're sticking on this journey, I don't even want to be on this journey. But here we are. So that is The Witch Bitch is Sick. Episode 1. Are we done? I think so. I really want mac and cheese. I've been thinking about it the whole fucking time I'm filming. Like, I feel like I have like a fucking tapeworm today. Like, I just ate a sandwich before I started filming, plus an apple, and then I had an apple before that, and then I had some salad, and then I was eating chips, and then I was eating jelly beans, and then I don't fucking know. I just feel like, because I also haven't had my period since like September, and so I start to get like all of these hormones are like building up inside of me, and then it's like when I'm supposed to kind of be getting my period, like the hormones come out and all of like the period symptoms happen and the cravings, and then you just want to eat everything. But then I never wait, when is the full moon? All right, hold please. I have to look up when the new moon is, because I am very anxious tonight. Also, once I turn the camera on, I'm never really anxious. That's also kind of a big part of this. Like, I get these anxiety fucking, like, just it's just like this weird ass feeling, and I'm just very anxious for no reason. Whenever I turn a camera on, my anxiety goes away. Like, I have no problems just like blabbing to a camera. So this in a way helps me to just kind of like fucking talk. It's like basically like I'm giving myself therapy by talking to the camera. I knew it. See, do I know my body or do I know my body? And people think I'm absolutely batshit crazy when I talk about this stuff. Okay, the new moon is today. Okay, when the new moon rolls around, I get batshit fucking crazy. I get anxious as fuck for no reason. I want to eat everything. Like, I am irritated, aggravated. Everybody pisses me off, and I just want nothing to do with anything. And just that's what happens with the new moon. Fucking today is the fucking new moon. That's why. That is why I'm anxious, and that is why I want to fucking eat everything. I want to eat everything, but I don't want to eat anything. Like, everything that I think of, I don't want to eat. And then if I think about it, and then I go make it, and then I'm staring at it, and then I'm like, I don't want to fucking eat this anymore. But mac and cheese, I think I should be okay with. I've also got like half root canals on both sides of my mouth right now. So it's like it hurts on this side, it hurts on that side. And then there's like these rough pieces of tooth like on both sides that my tongue's like rubbing against. So like my tongue feels like it's like swollen and like hurts. And then it's like going into my ears, the pain, and everything just pissing me off. I'm sick of it all. The witch bitch is sick. Okay? Sick of just everything hurting. Fucking new moon. It's the fucking new moon. Stupid ass. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Stupid bastard. If you don't think the moon controls us, the moon can control the tides of the fucking ocean. Okay, we are made up of mostly water. If you don't think the moon controls what goes on in your body, you're an idiot. Okay? It can control the oceans, water. It can control your body, water. Anyways, I really hope my eyelash cooperated through this video, because that has also been pissing me off all day, and it keeps stabbing me in the eye and turning around and doing some weird shit. So if my eyelash is not cooperating, ignore it. All right, I think that's really it now. Now we know it's the new moon. Now I've solved why I'm anxious. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and make some mac and cheese and then edit this, because I have too much shit to edit. I should probably get some sleep because I have to bartend again tomorrow, but I don't really know if that's happening. So yeah. Well, thanks for listening to me ramble. And that's all for this episode of The Witch Bitch is Sick. come back next week. I don't know what days these are going to be posted on, but whatever day today is that I'm posting this, 1 week from now will be episode 2. So for right now, she don't know. We were doing Wednesdays for This Is It, but Wednesdays are too hectic for me because like that's the first week. It's first day of the week at the like technically that's my Wednesday's like my Monday because the bar opens on Wednesday and I start the week. So that's really my Monday. It's too much on a Wednesday. I don't know. Maybe on Mondays. Maybe real Mondays will be. Don't quote me on that. Just I feel like Mondays might be a good idea. Stop talking, Lexi. Go make your fucking mac and cheese. My stomach is rumbling. I'm going to make mac and cheese. Maybe I will start filming episode 2 with my mac and cheese. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go make mac and cheese. That's what I'm doing. My stomach is rumbling. I'm fucking hungry. Maybe I will take my bowl of mac and cheese and come back and start filming another episode. Who the fuck knows? But all right, yeah, that's all. That's yeah. Bye, bitches.